Do you believe that the busiest heart on the planet can stop beating in just 14 days? In 2025, Dubai International Airport, DXB, set an unprecedented record with 95.2 million passengers. But just a few months later, in March 2026, a freefall turned this place into a massive concrete tomb with a staggering 80% drop in passenger numbers. While the ultra-rich are willing to spend $350,000 on an armored SUV crossing the desert to find a way to survive behind gilded walls, a humanitarian nightmare is taking shape. More than 3 million souls who sweated to build the Burj Khalifa are now being detained by the harsh kafala system. No passports, no shelters, and no way out. They are trapped in a prison without bars as flames begin to tear through the sky. Let's delve into the chaotic escape of the elite, the paralysis of iconic runways, and the cries for help from the barless prison of millions of abandoned workers at the heart of a geopolitical nightmare. In 2025, Dubai International Airport, DXB, remained the hub of the universe with a record 95.2 million passengers. That was the time when every passing second, the flow of black gold and dollars surged through dazzling terminals connecting 291 global destinations. But look at the harsh reality of March 2026. A freefall without brakes. The expected drop in passenger numbers is a shocking 80%. More than 11,000 regional flights were cancelled in just 1 month. The seat occupancy rate, once a source of pride for Emirates, is now dismal, below 30%, and ironically, most of those are emergency flights for those quick enough to escape. On the 1st of March 2026, Terminal 3, the sanctuary of luxury and power, was torn apart by the shards of conflict. At that moment, the dream of Dubai Incorporated seemed to shatter along with the tempered glass. From a hub welcoming 100,000 transit passengers each day, DXB now struggles to find even 15,000. Big players like British Airways and Lufthansa quickly turned their backs, suspending all operations. Dubai has bet everything on its role as a superconnector. And when the airspace was closed, that Achilles' heel was pierced by reality. DXB now resembles a gigantic concrete tomb where the world's most modern aircraft are nothing more than forgotten million-dollar machines in the desert dust. The aviation industry, contributing up to 27% of GDP, is the first to become useless in times of crisis. We built wonders that reach the clouds, but forgot that when the ground shakes, the sky sways the most. Can an empire built on movement survive when the world stands still? When the sky is no longer an escape, those with money start looking to the ground. But the price of freedom through desert routes has never been so high. In just 14 days of March 2026, Dubai transformed from a billionaire playground into an empty metropolis. Sheikh Zayed Road saw traffic drop by more than 50%. Supercars were abandoned as fuel became more valuable than luxury. Convoys of armored SUVs crossed the desert for hours to reach Oman or Saudi Arabia. In Riyadh, private flights to London surged to $350,000 one way. Dubai, once a tax-free paradise, became a wealth trap. Tax residency laws in the UK and Europe don't care about crisis. Those stuck abroad now face massive tax bills on global wealth. Estimates suggest hundreds of millions in liabilities. Trust shattered. The DFM Real Estate Index dropped 30%. Emaar shares plunged 26% in a week. Palm Jumeirah penthouses lost liquidity. Prices collapsed, but buyers disappeared. Jumeirah Beach and Dubai Mall fell silent. Investors rushed to liquidate assets. Prosperity proved fragile. When safety disappears, wealth becomes meaningless, or even a burden. But while the rich panic over assets, over 3 million workers don't even have the right to panic. They have no SUVs, no accounts, no escape. The backbone of Dubai now face the harsh reality of the kafala system, often described as invisible shackles. To come here, many took on debts of $2,000 to $2,700. Years of labor were needed to repay it. Now, with conflict, that dream turned into a trap. The kafala system gives sponsors total control. Passports are often confiscated despite being illegal. Without documents, workers become invisible. Leaving means being labeled absconding, losing wages and protection. Companies began mass layoffs. No income in one of the world's most expensive cities means starvation. Flights home are unaffordable. One Nepali worker, buried in debt, now sits in a cramped room without food, listening to explosions each night. Millions continue working in danger, clinging to uncertain wages. Why does a futuristic city operate under such harsh systems? Who truly owns these lives? When sirens sound, safety becomes a luxury. Dubai splits into two realities. Protected elites and abandon. Luxury villas have bunkers. Labor camps like Sonipur have none. High-density camps become the most vulnerable targets, excluded from safety systems. Water trucks serve the rich, yet drivers lack basic protection. Those who built the city are left outside its protection. Foreign worker mortality rises, not by chance, but by inequality. Is human value determined by wealth or passport? As safety collapses, economic policies deepen the divide. In March 2026, a new labor law enforced a 1-to-1 hiring ratio, 1 Emirati per foreign worker. A city built by foreigners now turns against them. While citizens receive financial support, migrant workers face unemployment and restrictions. Visas tighten. Workers are trapped, jobless and unable to leave. Even skilled professionals lose confidence in the system. This creates a double collapse, economic and human. Dubai's promise of stability shattered. In March alone, home sales dropped 20%. Over 110,000 new units face zero demand. Developers like Emaar face debt pressure. Luxury apartments turned into empty glass cages. Tourism collapsed. Hotel revenues dropped sharply. Icons like Burj Al Arab and Palm Jumeirah became silent. Dubai Mall stands empty. The fountain still dances, but to no audience. Investors fled. Global events relocated instantly. The sandcastle economy became reality. When trust disappears, money flows elsewhere. Dubai's collapse isn't random. It's the result of deep contradictions hidden beneath luxury. An empire built on the illusion of permanent stability. Money couldn't buy safety. Skyscrapers couldn't stop conflict. Tourists, billionaires, and workers all paid the price, but unequally. The richest lost wealth. The poorest lost everything. This is a lesson in unsustainable growth, built on cheap labor and fragile trust. A city without social justice stands vulnerable, no matter how rich. We built the tallest towers, but not the strongest systems for people. Dubai may recover. Lights may return. But the illusion of invincibility is gone. So the question remains. Do we build monuments for glory, or systems for humanity? And if you were one of those trapped, would you still believe in the dream?